Hey, this is Marilyn Gigliotti.
Hey, this is Brian O'Halloran.
Hey, everybody. My name is Scott Schiaffo, actor best known as the Chulies Gum Guy from the film Clerks.
And welcome to Clerks Minute.
You're listening to Clerks Minute.
And I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Clerks Minute, the show where we break down the 1994 Kevin Smith classic, one Dante the Big Idiot minute at a time. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
And on the line, coming back to the show for the second time from Groundhog Minute and from National Lampoon's Vacation Days, Sean Gurman. John, how you doing?
Oh, fantastic, fellas. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, since we last talked to you, you go out and make a mini podcast series in the middle of everything. That blew up my phone for the month of December, which was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that.
Needle Nose Ned? Ned the Head? Ned Ryerson. I did the whistling belly button trick at the high school talent show.
We're going to keep doing this, aren't we? We're going to keep doing this. That's nothing to do.
Bing!
It has nothing to do with the movie we're watching, but there you go.
I dated your sister a couple of times till you told me not to. Bing!
And you wonder why I asked you to put us on the Groundhog's Minute list. You wonder. Here's why, right here.
Oh my god.
All right, back to what we're actually here to talk about. We're talking about minute number. What the hell minute are we talking about? I really lost track of what we're doing because they completely distracted me. All right, sorry about that.
We're for minute 68. How could you forget?
Because we're doing a lot today. All right. We are here talking about minute 68 of Clerks. Pretty much, Dante and Caitlin having a nice little conversation where Caitlin is pretty much offering herself to him, apparently. That's what was going on here.
Well, she's already offered herself to the entire town.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Bicycle mentality.
Twice over.
Well, and no strings attached. She's made it clear she's not interested in marriage. She's not interested in a long-term commitment. She just kind of wants to hang out. And Dante's doing everything he can to screw it up.
How do you screw that up, honestly? How do you do that? I mean, we're very Team Veronica on this show, but if you're being offered straight up no strings attached sex, how do you mess that up, honestly?
Because he's a hopeless romantic.
Touche.
Emphasis on the hopeless part.
Yeah, emphasis on the hopeless.
Yeah, seriously, I am probably the most girl-repellent guy I know, and even I think you're hopeless.
This is sad. This is really, really fucking sad. So
when even the AV geeks are pretty much telling you you're hopeless.
A valid point. So what we learn here in this minute is that Caitlin, I love the fact that she said, "Let me placate your ego. You're the inspiration for this bold and momentous decision to end her engagement that she didn't want to be in to begin with, and now she has to tell her mom that she broke up the engagement that she didn't want to be in to begin with." It's wonderful. That's normal.
Oh, great. Now she's got to go and find a way to get rid of 2 tons of potato salad that she had for the wedding party, planned for the wedding party.
You want to explain where you're referencing from, please?
Oh, Dinosaurs.
Oh, okay. I went a different way. I was going Doof from Phineas and Ferb. That's exactly where I went.
That can actually work, too.
I went with Norm making 3 tons of potato salad for the evil scientist convention.
Okay, next time you make the potato salad, and I'll come up with all the evil plans that ultimately fail. Wow, cutting deep, man.
Oh, the references here. Reference heavy here.
Well, yeah, they make an offhand reference at Dinosaurs during the howling party for Robbie that they have a rhino and 2 tons of potato salad out there. for refreshments.
I don't remember this at all. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. And it matters you get a shot of the baby sticking his head into the dead rhino's mouth going, "Hello? Are you dead?"
I love we really are jumping around in references. We've been recording for 6 minutes. We've been Groundhog's Day, Phineas and Ferb, and Dinosaur references.
I'm the baby. Gotta love me.
What are you doing to us, Sean? This doesn't happen very often. What's going on?
It's not me. I can barely keep up. You can't blame this on me.
Oh, I'm not even taking notes and I'm keeping up. I don't know how that's happening. Anyway, back to where we were. This is actually a pretty friendly conversation here. What's funny about it is that Caitlin's pretty much saying, you're the reason I'm breaking up with my fiance, and Dante's an idiot. That's what we're learning here. Before we got into this minute, she pretty much said, let's go have some naked time, and somehow that mood turned into a dinner and a movie? Like, I'm not quite sure how that happened.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, he seems to have women attracted to him. I mean, he's got one woman who's bringing him a hot lunch at work. He's got another woman who's stopping by, who rode a train for 8 hours just so she could tell him, you know, the engagement announcement was a mistake. And, you know, how does he do it? Because we're not seeing anything, certainly not in this minute, that indicates, yeah. So she says, yeah, how about the, naked on the beach night? And he's dinner and a movie.
What's funny is you're making a good point. Because isn't there a joke in Clerks 2? We're going to talk about Clerks 2 next year. But we made a joke in Clerks 2 that how the hell he had this thing, and then in that movie he's arguing over Jen Swabach and Rosario Dawson. Like, he upgraded in the next movie.
Yeah.
Like,
and he better even point out, you're the most hideous fucking chud I've ever met.
Yeah, you have the hottest women following you. I don't get it. I don't understand the logic at all.
Which is odd, because I think that I'm the most hideous fucking chud ever. And don't you dare! Don't you dare!
I didn't hit him. For those wondering, I just hit it, but I'm not editing that out. I'm not.
Anyway. No comment on that. But I do like to get off of Dante's love life for just a moment.
I'd like to get off of Dante.
I love the line that we know Caitlin is a local. She knows these guys, and she knows she knows Randall. You know, because in this minute they've left the Quickie Mart. They left the Mart. They've gone over to RST Video to have a private conversation. And yeah, Caitlin notices Randall's not there. Asks where he is. And Dante, just offhand, he's out renting a video, and there's no reaction. There's no,
I love the fact
there's no like, wait, we're in a video store. He left a video store to go rent a video. No, she knows Randall. Of course, he closed down the video store to go rent a video.
What's funny part is that she refers to him as his obedient lapdog, which says a lot.
Funny, I thought it was more the other way.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's really the other way around. That Dante kind of follows Randall around and protests and complains about every minute of it, but somehow doesn't stop, but still complains. But but just goes to show like how enamored and blinded these women are about Dante's something. I don't know what it is, but there's something about him that has these women blinded.
Sorry, in Randall's defense of going to a different video store, he does work in a shitty video store.
Yeah.
A valid point. Was it really that shitty? Or
valid
is it
point.
Shitty because of what he orders? Like, what is the difference? What goes on here?
Oh, it kind of became spoiled when he ordered Happy Scrappy Hero Pup.
So true. Such a true statement. We had a lot of fun. For those who missed that, if you're new to the show, go back to earlier in the movie when we actually listed off all the porn videos that he did order over the phone earlier in this run. So we did list them all off. We had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, it was that minute like 26, 27, around there.
Something like that. It was a fun minute to do because it was one of those moments where I'm like, I'm so glad we're recording this during the day and my son isn't home right now. Like, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I still really wish they would put out a movie called Ass Blasters in Outer Space.
So minute 25. Minute 25. Ironically, the title of the episode is Ass Blasters in Outer Space.
and yet slightly better than Homeboys in Outer Space.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's fantastic. So, all right, so we pretty much when we leave our hero apparently with Caitlin. Pretty much, well, he's the hero of this movie. With Caitlin,
yeah, such as it is.
Yeah,
he is not the hero we need or deserve.
And Batman reference now. There we are now. Anyway, we leave with Caitlin leaving him to go And I do love the fact that she goes and says, at which time, yes, I would love to go for dinner and a movie with you. His response is, what happened to the walk and the nakedness? And her response is, I'm easy, but I'm not that easy. What the fuck?
I'm easy, but I'm not that easy. Evidence says otherwise.
Like, really, what the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you joking? You're not easy. We've learned for the last hour of this movie that you are. You really, really are.
Anytime, anywhere, anyone.
She's the town bicycle. Everyone's had a ride.
She's the town trampoline. Everybody's had a bounce.
Oh my god! I feel like if I knew it better, I'd just go off on that whole thing that Austin Powers does in his movie, going off on a lot of vagina, where he just goes off on a tangent. If I remember the whole thing right now, I would do it.
Well, he never forgets a pussy.
Oh,
Cat.
Yeah, Cat. You have to specify that.
Shout out to the girls over at Austin Powers Minute, by the way, for that. So, Sean, I have to ask you. We'll get off of this. We'll go over to what you're doing. I have to ask, where did the whole National Lampoon Christmas Day come from? Because that was so much fun.
Oh, thanks a lot. I think it was actually Christopher Dennis's idea. Christopher Dennis DeGuardia was one of my co-hosts, along with Pete Mummert, for folks that don't know what Blake is talking about. I did a little thing, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation Days. And what we did is, and again, giving credit to Christopher Dennis, he noticed all the action in that movie happens over the course of 8 days. And for about half of those days, they actually show us the Advent calendar. So we know specifically what day in December the action is happening. And so rather than break it up minute by minute, like you guys are doing with Clerks, we broke it up by days. So we did about 8 episodes. There were some, and then we did like opening credits and closing credits as separate episodes as well. But basically covering the movie day by day, and then releasing each bit on the day that it happened. So like, for example, December 14th in the movie, released that episode on December 14th. And again, it was really Christopher Dennis came up with the idea, and then Pete Mummert joined. And then it's one of my favorite movies, a movie I've seen dozens of times. So I just jumped in and was really kind of a hanger on, just joining the train that was already rolling down the tracks there. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, and we're going to leave that up. So if there's any of your listeners that haven't heard it, we actually didn't create a separate website. So it's over at groundhogminute.com, which will be for my upcoming podcast, Groundhog Minute, but that'll also have all the old National Lampoon Christmas Vacation Days as well.
All right. Thank you, Sean, for coming on. And you are listening to Clerks Minute here on the Filling the Void Podcast Network, where you can find our other show, Boy Meets Retrocast. We'll be talking about Boy Meets World every episode. We're in the middle of Season 2. And you can find my main show, The Blake and Sal Show, every Friday morning. And you can find us everywhere, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, etc., etc., etc. Find us, rate, review our show. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
Have a good day, everybody.
What happened to the walk and the nakedness?
Snoring, smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beers, rolling fatties, smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts, rolling blunts and smoking.